My first guest on the show today, after our team from All Day PA, is author of Business Networking for Dummies. Business Networking for Dummies, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't read this book, this is the book to read. And with me is Stefan Thomas. Stefan, great to have you with us.
It's lovely to be here again. Lovely to see you here. What a busy show.
I know, and it's a busy show already, and here it is. We're only an hour into it.
I know.
And already there's hundreds of people steaming in through the door. Well worth coming to. Now, you're with the 4 networking team that are here today.
I am. And we're organising the networking on the hour, every hour. You've probably been able to hear me shouting it out from over there.
Oh, yes.
Am I disturbing you when I shout out?
No, you're waking me.
You tell me if I disturb you. But people come here, this staggers me. A load of people come here and just observe. They just walk round. But actually they've got such an opportunity to network with other people and actually spend their time meeting other people today. And that's what we're doing for them.
I mean, this really is a big problem with business shows, isn't it? You really do need to have a plan, both as an exhibitor and also as a visitor.
Yes.
And we see people walking by us and they just aimlessly walk by, hoping that something of interest is going to jump out of them. And really they needed to have been online. They need to be very, very certain and conscious about what they're trying to achieve, don't they?
Just approach it with positive intent. You don't even have to have a massive goal about what you're going to get out of today. Just come and, here's my mate Yanis shouting out about the networking now. Just come and achieve something. Meet other people. You're in that position where you've immediately got something in common with everyone else in the building. And you can exploit that by talking to people or just jumping on the Twitter timeline and talking to other people who are here. They're tweeting with a hashtag all day long. You can see who else is here. But it staggers me when people come in and they don't have any positive intent. They come along here with a face like a smacked arse and expect that everyone else, there's our mate Ben Kench. Ben is speaking later on.
I'm going to be speaking on here, aren't you, Ben? Absolutely.
Ben Kench, author of Selling for Dummies.
You're Selling for Dummies. We've got all the authors from all the For Dummies books actually here. Good old Wiley. We'll see you later on, Ken. See Linda before you walk away. All right, there you go. So what is the advice you would give a visitor coming today? What should they be doing? It's not too late now that you've walked in through the door, is it?
No, and the show's on tomorrow as well, so people have got a whole 2 days to get here. Get onto one of the stands that's doing networking. Us, 4 Networking, we're doing the One Roadshow. Business Scene are organising speed networking. Or just talk to people.
Yep.
Walk up to the stands and talk to people, because the people who are exhibiting are also business people as well. There's no harm in going and talking to them. But people walk down the middle of the aisles with this sort of blinker.
The danger with this, of course, is that nothing happens by accident.
No.
You've actually got to be proactive in what you actually do, haven't you? What would be your advice in the book then? By the way, he's the author of this best-selling book here, Business Networking for Dummies. What would be your advice about coming to a show in there?
But my advice would be to get on a stand. At 4 Networking, we've got a huge team of people here helping us from around the country, but it's a massive profile builder for them as well. But if you're coming here as an attendee, as an exhibitor, just make sure that you talk to the other people, and when you've collected those business cards, follow up with people after the event.
Do something with it.
So many people see these events, and even if they go to the networking, they see it as the beginning and the end of the conversation. And it's just the beginning of the conversation. There are so many opportunities in 2014 to follow up with people on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, where you guys have got a channel, Facebook, all of these places where you can connect with people, or just do something very old-fashioned and pick up the phone to someone you met here.
It really is as straightforward and simple as that, isn't it?
And say, hi, I really think there's something we could talk about. Could we have more of a conversation at some point?
Well, it sounds like they're going absolutely potty, but without you next door.
They are.
Don't forget, everybody, if you can, take the opportunity, go next door to 4 Networking, have a word with them. But as you said, and I thought gallantly as well, Business Scene are here as well. Go and see them. They're doing speed networking too, aren't they?
And we've also got Phil Joseph from Sterling Networking.
Sterling Networking, another great networking group.
Absolutely,
fantastic.
over in Gloucestershire. Great bunch of people.
So, I mean, honestly, if you are coming to the show today, if you're coming along to the show, make absolutely certain that you maximise your return on this. There is no point walking around and keeping it all a secret to yourself. You may have the best business in the whole world, but if you keep it a secret, no one's going to come and buy from you, and you will not be a success. Tell everybody, network with Phil, network with Stefan. Go and see Warren Cass. shout it from the very tops of the roofs about what your business does, and then communicate with other people. And remember, networking isn't just going somewhere and expecting somebody to buy from you, is it?
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's about being in the right place at the right time. And I've made a bit of a career out of being in the right place at the right time. But I've been everywhere for years. And a load of small businesses always think that the bigger companies have got the bigger opportunity. They've got the bigger companies have got the bigger marketing budget. They've got the massive stands here. But actually, the opportunity is by being there. And whether that's being at places like this in person and talking to people, being all over social media and making sure that people get to know you. There's a short version of my story. I came here 18 months ago to the business show. I ended up meeting someone called Sarah, who was a commissioning editor for the publishers of the Dummies series of books, and they asked me to write Business Networking for Dummies. But I'd also come here twice a year for 4 years, for 2 days solid, every time, talking to people, meeting the other exhibitors, and then I ended up being in the right place at the right time. You can do it, and social media particularly makes it so much easier these days to keep these conversations up. And I'm already, last night, engaging with people who were coming to the show, spotting who was talking about the show, asking them to come and visit our stand, but most people won't bother. Most people think that all of this is too hard work, that being in all of these places takes too much effort. But if you put in the effort, it will
get a
come back
return.
to you. Yes, yeah, we've all proven that.
Well, there we go, Stefan Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to be networking, please network as effectively as you can. I'm going to try something now. This may well embarrass you. A little round of applause for Stefan, please. There we go. Fantastic.